the Hollywood Actor Podcast with Katy Erin, Part 3.
Just want to turn a little bit from you experiencing these indie filmmaking projects to you continuing to write and produce your own projects. Do you still try to do that in between auditions a little bit?
Yeah, absolutely. In fact, I wrote a short film last summer with my best friend. It's a coming out comedy is how I elevator pitch it. And that was just something that I drove my friend home from the dentist and she said some hilarious shit and I wrote it down and then we did it again on camera. And that's sort of and then, so that's a short film I did called Out of It. That's like making the festival rounds right now, as it were.
Right now? Great.
Yeah. So we premiered it at the LA Women's International Film Festival in March, and then it's about to screen again at the North Carolina Gay and Lesbian Film Festival in August. So it's getting out there, and but it's great because it's just something that like me and my best friend were just kind of dicking around wanting to do something. And then in light of that project getting the reception that it's gotten, and this summer has been really slow for me ever since I got back from Austin. We wrapped up the last Millennium Bugs in Austin in May, and ever since then things have been really slow for me. I wrote my manager and I was like, is everything okay? Are you mad at me? She's like, yeah, it's just really slow. So
Summers are slow.
Yeah, so I just decided to do it again. I wrote another short, and
Hey.
I'm in the pre-production process of it now, trying to secure a crew. And yeah, that's sort of and I'm also I love short films because they're sort of an instant satisfaction if you're not getting a lot of work. If you have a free weekend and you want to add some material to your reel or something, it's like it's so great to just like scratch that itch. But I am trying to branch myself out as a writer and producer, and I actually have a couple of features that are in development right now. So hoping to take my short film experience and expand on that. But I'm a very selfish writer. I always write projects for myself to act in. So yeah, I
That's
definitely
a wise businesswoman. I don't know.
Yeah, I just do it all for myself. But yeah, my passion for writing definitely came from wanting to write some fun roles for myself. So, but it's fun. I think that's the best way to write. And then, because you get to play the characters that you want to play, even though they're not like the characters you might get cast for or be seen as or whatever. And so I think it's a great way to challenge yourself, is write something that you would never see yourself doing and then do it.
Sounds like you put a lot of stuff on your plate. Do you keep up with a lot of those projects in development on a weekly basis? Or how do you plug in as an actor to the ever-changing landscape and keep yourself grounded on that weekly basis?
Yeah, you mentioned that earlier, and I was actually even thinking that when you brought it up that I don't as much as I should. Like I definitely plug in more as a writer. Like I'm in a couple of I have a lot of friends who are writers, and we pass our work around, and we do a lot of like just starting a writing group, that sort of thing. As far as staying plugged in as an actor, though, I probably, this is kind of a wake-up call. Like I don't think I do that nearly as much as I should, except for my like working with my acting coach or taking classes, which I haven't taken my class in a while. So
and when do you work with your acting coach?
Just like if I have an audition come up and I want to schedule a session for the audition. So
Okay.
yeah, so in the spring, I was working with my coach probably once a week, but now, gosh, I haven't seen my coach in a while. I miss her. So yeah, I feel like being in an acting class was the best way to do that. It was a really great way to, meet other people and flex your muscles and see what your peers are doing and, see the mistakes they're making and see how they relate to the mistakes that you're making. And everybody sort of learns from each other and talks about how everybody auditioned for this one role that none of us got and stuff like that. Yeah, I think that
Well, it's funny because like the things that we focus on yesterday or don't focus on, they change tomorrow. So it's for me, it's extremely useful to plug in, not just for the technical aspects as an actor and as a business person, but I need that sense of community as well, to have peers, colleagues around me that are better than me, that are working, struggling to learn all of these things at such a rapid pace now.
Absolutely. Yeah. And it's really important, I think, that you surround yourself with people who don't see you as competition, but as collaborators. Like, I think that, I think it's really important to find people who, sort of are want to see everybody succeed and want to feel like there's room for everybody. And I think that's been really hard for me, is to, me personally, I feel like I have a tendency to see everybody as competition and get scared of other actors and think but it's really like not to plug my web series too much, but that was one thing that I found really valuable doing the first 2 seasons of Gal Pals, was that me and my cast became really great friends, and we were sort of all at different levels in our acting career, and so through them we sort of were all able to lift each other up. But yeah, I think that you're right. I think that's something I need more of in my life, is to surround myself with people who are in it, and just for the support.
Well, it sounds like you do that as a writer, and so that, and being a writer is part of your identity. For some people, they have different parts of their identity, like they're in MMA, they're in rowing, they bike marathons, all sorts of different things, and so they do participate in those types of groups, meetups, different community types of events or organizations. There's always something that actors can choose to plug into that is maybe not necessarily within the specific actor community. That's helping them to understand how, in general, we are evolving, and to stay plugged in as a community, which just improves our health and our lives dramatically.
Yeah, I think that's right. I think that, there's something to be said about finding a community, even specifically that is not a part of the industry, just, like you said, for the sake of your mental health. Sometimes you have to find something that you're interested in, just because you're interested in it, and not something that you can put on your resume, or something that's going to make you more sellable, but something that you just love to do, and just to remind you that the world's bigger than just your acting career, and that if you don't get that one role or whatever, it's going to be okay. Life goes on. There's more to life than that. I think especially living in LA, you're so surrounded all the time by this competitive spirit of everybody's working on their next thing. Everybody's trying to do their next thing. Everybody's auditioning for all the roles that you want, and blah, blah, blah. Everybody's one step ahead of you. And we're a very career-based culture here. And I think it's wildly healthy to find things for you that are just for you and not like for your career or your resume or whatever. Like just like a hobby, just to like remind you that the world is bigger than that.
Thanks for listening to the Hollywood Actor Podcast. If you enjoy this content, don't forget to rate and review on Apple Podcasts or wherever you're listening.